This is the Roman city of Lutece, which later became known as Paris. During the 1st century AD, the Romans took advantage of the hills to the south and constructed aqueducts to bring fresh water from the hills to the city. Centuries later, Marie de Médicis, Queen of France, built a similar aqueduct system to bring water to her palace and eventually to the fountain of the Croix de Travois. Built in the early 16th century, the fountain of the Croix de Travois shows up on this map of Paris in 1550. This detail of the map of Paris in 1550 shows the fountain, which at that time was called La Croix de Travois. The map of Paris in 1609 shows the newly completed Pont Neuf. It is close to the fountain, which is indicated by the arrow. This detail of the map of Paris in 1609 shows the fountain at the left center, Pont Neuf is at the top, and the Louvre is in the center. Here is Paris in 1615. Pont Neuf is the lowermost bridge. Looking at this detail of the 1615 map of Paris, the fountain is on the left, Pont Neuf is on the right, and the Louvre at the bottom. In 1613, Marie de Médicis, Queen of France, ordered an aqueduct built to bring water from the hills south of Paris to her palace in Paris. The water followed a similar path to the Roman aqueduct built centuries before. The red line on the map shows the path of the water, which was piped across Pont Neuf and hooked up to the fountain of the Croix de Travois, which is indicated by number 2 on the map. This is a detail of a map of Paris in 1705. Here, Rue de l'Arbre Sec is labeled. The fountain is located where Rue de l'Arbre Sec meets Rue Saint-Honoré. Arbre Sec is translated to mean dry tree, and most likely is named for the gallows which was there to hang common criminals, and which may have resembled a dry tree. The cross on the fountain gave the criminals something to look at before being hanged.
The following is an excerpt from The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. There remained, then, no other place to fear but the Croix de Travois. The carriage was taking the direct road to it. This time there was no longer any doubt. It was at the Croix de Travois that obscure criminals were executed. Bonacieux had flattered himself by believing himself worthy of St. Paul, or the Place de Grève. It was at the Croix de Travois that his journey and his destiny were to end. He could not yet see the dreadful cross, but he felt as if it were some sort of coming to meet him. When he was in 20 paces of it, he heard a great stir, and the carriage stopped. This was more than poor Bonacieux could endure, depressed as he was by the successive emotions which he had experienced. He uttered a feeble groan which might have been taken for the last sigh of a dying man, and fainted.
In 1736, the fountain is no longer in the middle of the street. It had been moved to the corner of Rue Saint-Honoré and Rue de l'Arbre Sec to facilitate traffic. The fountain fell into disrepair. It was replaced by a new fountain constructed on the side of a new building. This plaque, which shows the reconstruction date of 1775, is on the Saint-Honoré side of the new building. Here is the new fountain of the Croix de Travois. Note there's no cross on the fountain, but there isn't a gallows on Rue de l'Arbre Sec either.